Hey YouTubers, and welcome to Bevan's Bricks, and today we're going to be learning how to make this security checkpoint, as I've been asked on a few previous different comments about if I'm ever going to show directions for this, and we're going to do them today, so stay tuned. I'm going to do this in we're going to call it a modular build fashion. What I'm going to do is build each individual item, and then we'll just set it on the base plate. So again, stay tuned, and you'll get to learn how to build all the items you see in front of you. The first thing we're going to start with, as you can see pictured here, are all the parts you're going to need, is the security gate arm operator. And something I want to make clear and just to point out to people. There are two different types of pegs. This black one is what you would use if you don't want an item to move easily. Obviously this goes in here like so. And then for my gate arm, I'm going to put this on here like this. And as you can see, it gives it tension and it won't let it move. But I want to show you what happens if you were to use, because here's the other style of peg they use, which is gray. And if you were to use that gray peg, this is what would happen. It's more like a fan than it is anything. There's no friction, no restriction on it. So again, make sure you use the black peg, otherwise this build will not work. But anyway, we take that piece and put it in there like so. We take the two 2x2 yellows, put them on top of one another, put the piece that we just did on top of that so you can see it. We take the 1x2 brick and put it on the back side. Take our 2x2 plate and put it on top. And then the last simple part is we take this rod, I'm going to call it, with the shoulder, put that in there, and then we stack these. We go white, red, white, red, white, and I forgot one piece, I apologize, that we were supposed to add to that in the picture, and that is this round flat tile that goes on the end of the gate operator. And mind you, you're going to build two of these items. So remember, when you're building this, you want to make sure you're going to build two of these for the gate checkpoint. The next item we're going to be working on and building is the light poles. Just like the gate operators, we're going to be building two of this. Once again, we are going to build two of these. But anyway, we're going to take this rod. And something else I just want to touch on real quick too. Any of my builds that you're looking at, if you don't know a part number or you want more information on it, please always feel free to ask in the comments, and I will try and respond to you as quickly as I can and give you a part number, just to help you and assist you in your build. And you can also contact me on my email, like many of you have already. But anyway, we take this piece and stick it on the end, push it on, and we take one of these, and we click it inside of that, just put it on a slight angle. Then we take our 1x4 plate, put that on top of that like so, take our clear yellow 1x2, put that on there like so, and now on the base we take another one of those and we click this on top of that. And then for this, we take the light gray cheese wedge piece. I know my hands are big, I'm sorry, I'm trying to keep them out of the way. You take this piece here, put the cheese wedge piece on that. On the face of this, we put the 1x2 plate, and then we snap it together like so. And then we have our light pole. And again, we're going to be making two of these for this security checkpoint. These are simply the guardrails that are on either side of the guard shack, and you are going to make two of these items also, and it's very simple. It's just the two 1x8 bricks go together, and then we take the 1x8 plate and put it on top, and that gives us our little barrier wall. Next up, we have the security entrance light operator, I guess we'll call it, which has got the green and red light on it. Here is a picture so you can see the parts that are required to build this. And it's another very simple build. We just take the 2 headlight bricks, place them on top of one another like so, stick them inside of, or put it on top of, I should say, that post piece. And then after you do that, we're going to put the red on the, or green on the bottom, the red brick on top, and then we put that little toe piece or toenail or whatever it is piece on top of that. And that gives us our security checkpoint light. For this next piece, I had to zoom out a little bit, but this would be the security checkpoint camera tower. Anyway, that's the piece you see there. Anyway, here is your parts list for the security camera tower. You're going to take these and put them on top of each other. I hope this isn't zoomed too far away, but because it's so long and tall, I kind of had to. Then once we take that, we put this plate with the center peg on top. Then we take this 1x1 round, put that in the center. We take the yellow modified piece plate, come off the side. Then with this little yellow piece, we put the 2 red translucent round plates, stack them on the base of that, and then we are going to put that in that arm so that stands up like so, because that is supposed to be our obstruction light for that tower. Now once we do that, we take this piece, we place it sideways like this. Actually, I'm sorry, I want to turn it a little bit. Nope, that's the front, so I was right the first time. Because I put this facing the guard shack, so you want this peg to stick out that way. But anyway, after you do that, you click, well, I guess we'll click it on and then click that back on. You're going to click one of these arms on here, on this part of the peg, and then you're going to click your other arm on that part of the peg. Then you just spread them out a little bit. Matter of fact, we want that one to turn out that way a little bit more. And it's falling apart. I apologize for that. So anyway, I was right the first time. You want that arm to stick to the side. This is the arm that's going to stick to the face of this. But once you get those on there like that, we're going to take the antenna, put it on top of that white peg. And I hope you guys can see all this. I know my hands are kind of in the way a lot. I apologize for that. I still haven't figured out a better way to record. And then what I do for the cameras is I put a clear round plate in there. So now I have one camera that I am messing up. You get him back. I want that on there like that. And I want this is really hard to do. I'm sorry, guys. It's a lot easier when I'm not trying to do it on a camera. And then we bake the other camera, put the clear lens on that, then we slide that in that peg, and then keep it turned down. And that gives us our security cameras for our security checkpoint. The next thing we are going to attempt to build, if I don't break it all apart again like I did the last one, is the security checkpoint booth itself. Just trying to give you a little better image of it. The top is removable, and then I put some little details inside of that. But again, just trying to give you a quick view before we end up pulling it, or before I set all the pieces out so you can see how to do it. As you can see from the picture, there's a lot of pieces here, so this portion of the build is a lot more in depth. But again, I'm trying to get as much of it in view for you as possible. Anyway, the base is 4x14, So what we do is we take this 4x6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We take this 4x8, put them together. I'm going to try and keep this on screen. Sorry if it's not. Anyway, we hold it together like that. And then we come up 2 from the rear and we put a 4x8 on top of them, like this, to hold it all together. Again, I'm sorry, unless somebody has a better way. I almost think it's easier if I'm sitting across and showing the build in front of me. But we're going to try it this way anyway. Let me know what you think. Anyway, that's the start of the build. It's for the base. Then we're going to take 2 of our tiles. We're going to put those 2 there. And I forgot one piece to put on the table. I apologize, this is the piece I forgot to put on the table. Anyway, we put the 1x2 plate there. We put the tile in front of it. And then we take and put that there. One of those there. One of these there. And we put that guy, whoop, wrong one. And we put him there. And that is for the policeman to be held onto. Then we take one of these L-shaped or 2x2 tiles with the peg missing on the side, put one on each side. Put the other 2x2 there. Put our 1x2 plate here and another 1x2 plate here. And this is going to be what holds up our card swipe or our security badging piece. Now at the very front, we want to put a 1x1 plate on each corner. So now that gives us our whole base, if you will. Now we're going to start building up some of the walls. I'm not even going to worry about putting the minifig on it. I just want to worry about the building details. You can put any minifig you want on here. The front part of the building is the easiest part of the building. Put 2 1x2, or I'm sorry, 1x4 bricks on top of each other, like so. And then on the back, we come along, we put a 1x2 on each side of this. And did I mess that up? Where's my other 1x4? Boy, I missed a couple pieces. I'm missing another 1x4. I'm sorry, hold on. So that's 2 parts I forgot in the original photo. Again, I'm sorry. But anyway, we'll put a 1x4 here. And then we take our 1x3, put 1 on each side. And then we take our 1x2, put it there. So now that gives us our base. Now the reason we have that 1x2 in there is we're going to take, I'm going to set this off to the back here for a minute, this reversed wedge, 2x2 reverse wedge with this graphic piece. That is actually, I think, out of an airplane Lego set, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, we put that on there. And then I put 1 headlight brick on that. And I put the red light on that. And then next to that, I put, and I'm sorry I'm messing up, the red light went on top of that because the wanted poster is what goes on the front of it. And that's supposed to be his little microphone. At least that was the details I thought for it. But anyway, now that we've got that piece built, we put that again on top of that 1x2 plate that's on the inside there. And now that we have that portion of it built, we're going to take and put, again, this was just it's a wall piece. It's 2x3 tall, and I forgot what set it came with. I'm trying to get this to focus in for you guys. It's not cooperating. At least I can't seem to get it to. So hopefully you can make that out. But anyway, I put that on one side and put this on the other. It's the same plate without the sticker on the inside. Then once we put those on, we put these 4x3 windows that open up like that. Put one on the rear and one on the front like so. So now we've got the basic portion of the checkpoint going. Now let me set that down again. For the card swipe, we take this arm, we clip this modified plate on top of it, and then we take this headlight piece and put it on the bottom of it, and then we take this little 1x1 plate or tile, excuse me, and what it has is a little keypad and a digital display. And again, I'm not getting it to focus real well, but we put that on the front of there, and then I try to make sure that it's perfectly even with the top of that. And let's try and square that up with the brick a little better. So it's like that. Then we stick that in there. Now that we have that, we want the security cones to go on either side of the front, and we do 3 bricks high. Do 3 more round bricks high. Once we get those on, we put the round tile on top of those. And the reason I did that is it gives it the image of, because anytime you see a tile like that, usually they are filled with concrete, and the concrete's usually tapped off at the top of them, and that was what I was trying to give the appearance of. Anyway, now that we are at that point, we're going to take these 1x8 tiles. We're going to put one on that side of the roof, and one on that side of the roof, and then we're going to take our 1x2 jumper brick, and we're going to put one of those on the front, and we are going to put the other one in the rear. And I know my light is blinding, and with white it kind of bleeds it out, so I'm trying to make that as visible as possible for you guys. So now we've got the basics of our security checkpoint. So let me set that there. Let's start on the roof. Now with the roof, we've got a 6x6 plate and a 4x6 plate. So we hold those together, and then we take our 1x8 and we put one 1x8 on one side all the way down, put the other 1x8 on the other side, and then we put a 1x6 on either end like so. So that gives us our basic roof structure. And now once we have that, we take, again, like I said, it's kind of whitening out, we take a 1x6 and you leave a 2 stud gap on either end like that, and then we take the 1x4 and fill that on either side. And now that I'm sitting here with everything, I honestly do not know why I put these 1x4s out here. So I'm going to take those off. That must have been the reason I forgot to do the 1x2 and the 1x4 brick. Anyway, now that we have that portion of that built, we're going to do the, and I see 2 more pieces that I forgot. Again, I apologize. I normally don't forget that many pieces like that. But anyway, now that we have our roof, we're going to take these 2 1x2 plates. We're going to put them on top of each other, 2 from the back. And then what we're going to do, I'm sorry, it's supposed to be 3 from the back. And then what we're going to do is take 2 of these wedge bricks, one on one side, one on the other. And again, I know the light kind of washes it out a little bit. And we take 2 headlight bricks, and we put one of those on either side on the back. And then we take our 1 or 2x2 tile, put that on there like so. And then we take the black 1x2 grill tile and put that on there like that. And then that should clip on top of your security booth. So now you have your security booth. The only thing left is the fence. Because of the amount of pieces it takes to actually build my fence, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with just the one side with a sliding gate. So let's start with that. You come up 1 stud and you put a 1x1 round Then you want to count over 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's the 8th one. So we put another 1 by 1 round on that. Now that we've done that, we want to take one 1 by 8 plate and snap it on top of there like so. And then we want to take, I'm not sure what to call these. I use them for a lot of different scenarios. They're good for gutters. They're good for making a roof look neat. But it's the piece that you can use for sliding. And we're going to put this directly on top of the 1 by 8 facing the back side. Once we have that, we're going to go with a 1 by 1 round brick, 1 by 1 round plate, round brick, round plate, round brick. And after you do that, you're going to put 6. Now, I want to point something out. When you're doing the antennas, they have to be the round top. If you don't buy the round top and you get the flat top, what I'm showing you is not going to work. So you have to remember, if you're going to try and build this build, you have to use the antenna with the round top. But anyway, you put 6 antenna in a row along here like so. And once you get your 6 antenna up, we do another 1 by 1 round brick, 1 by 1 round plate, 1 by 1 round brick, 1 by 1 round plate, 1 by 1 round brick. And now that we have that, we take our other 1 by 8 plate and we put it on top of the antennas. And when you're doing that, you got to make sure it's perfectly lined up with the center stud of each one of those. Otherwise, that's not going to go down. That's why I said it's very important that you get the round antenna. Now, once you've done that, you take another one of these pieces here and you put that on top of there. Now, I haven't included with this so far how to do the little hooked wrought iron piece on the top, but I'll show you how to do that in just a minute. I wanted to cover the fence portion of it first because it can be a little difficult to understand. So as you can see, we're 1 stud up, and then we have our 2 little lips. Anyway, now that we've done that, we're going to take our other, because we have a total of 4 of these for each fence sliding section. I'm going to take another one of these plates now, just the plate by itself, and we're going to go with a 1 by 1 round brick, plate, brick, plate, brick. And then we're going to take our other 6 antenna. Again, it's the antenna with the round top. Very important that you get the round top, because again, I want to make sure everybody understands, if you buy the flat top antenna, this build will not work. You have to buy the flat or round top antenna. Anyway, we do that with those. Once we do that, we come back with a 1 by 1 round brick, plate, brick, plate, if I can grab a hold of it, brick, and then we take this sliding piece, and again we have to make sure we line that up on the holes. And you'll see, I just want to point something else out, you'll see the antennas stick up, and if it's not round, that's why it won't go in. Or if you look at the bottom of the brick, you got that little round nub, and that's what allows this to actually snap down, as long as you get them lined up right. So it can be a little difficult to get it together. I want to make sure I point that out. This is kind of an awkward build. But once you do that, you get this lined up within here, which can be a bit of a pain. You want to kick it forward just a little bit, and then you push it back down once you get it in. Then that gives you your sliding, and then I slid it back out. There we go. And that's what gives you the sliding motion on that. Now, like I've said before, with this particular build, I built it for my airport, and I'm actually going to be extending my fence, but I wanted to show how to build this, and then you can actually figure out how to make it wider, longer, so on and so forth. But anyway, let's go ahead and slide that all the way together. What you do on both sections of this now is you got to do that little hooked piece that I was talking about. And for that, it takes 8 of each, for each fence section, of these little round black plates with the hole in the center. But the first thing you do is on the end caps to line up with your brick, you put the coned pieces on, and you would have probably wanted to have put that together on that before you put this in the fence, and it didn't pop apart to me, thank goodness. But anyway, you put those on there like so, and then you take 6 of these plates and you run them along. Let me get them out of my bag here. 2, 3, 4. Sorry about the background noise. My kids are upstairs playing. As a matter of fact, as soon as I'm done with this video, I'm heading upstairs. But anyway, we get those 6. And then we take 8 of these black tooth pieces is what I always called them. And then you put each one in it facing this side. So there's 1, 2, and I'm not going to be worried about getting them super accurate just for the sake of not wanting the video to be too long. So I know they're sloppy. Of course, when you build it, you will make it a lot neater. We got 3 more. 2, 3. And you're going to do the same thing on this back piece, but again, you're probably going to want this to be off while you're doing it, because if you do it while it's on it, I guarantee you this is all going to flip apart and you're probably going to get upset. Or at least I generally get upset anyway. Now the next thing we're going to work on is the centerpiece here. And what we're going to do, the way that I originally built this, I left a 6 stud gap, and then I put my centerpiece, and I did a 6, and then I did the other fence on this side. Okay, while I was off camera, I went ahead and built both sides and put the pieces on them just to speed it along a little bit. But anyway, you're going to count 6 in on both sides. You're going to take 2 1x1 plates, and you're going to put them on the ground 4 apart, now that I'm knocking pieces off. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you're going to put a stud. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then you're going to put a stud. And then you're going to take 2 1x4 plates, stack them, set them in the middle, and we're going to do the same thing we did on these fences. We're going to go round brick, plate, brick, plate, brick. Sorry, my hand's probably getting in the way. 2 antennas. Again, I don't want to sound like a broken record. Make sure it is the rounded top. Then we're going to go with another brick, plate, brick, plate, brick. And then we're going to take 2 more 1x4 plates, stack them on top. Matter of fact, to speed it along so I don't have to sit here and torture you with me talking the whole time, let's just do that. And now you have, oops, I'm sorry, that's supposed to be back at the back of it. And then those work as the stopping point for the gate. Okay, now that we have that, let's put the rest of the pieces that we built on. So the first thing that we did, if I'm not mistaken, was the street lights. So let's count up 1, 2, 3, 4. Put a street light. And let me see if I can get that in a little better focus. 1, 2, 3, 4. And a street light. Now that we have that piece on there, we're going to put our security checkpoint. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in. And 1 away from the, if I can get that over there, 2 away from the fence. We're going to take our other one, go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, put it right at the end. Let's take our security booth that we built, and that's going to line up right in front of that centerpiece that we built. And we want to bring that forward 1 and put that right at the end. So that's going to snap down there like so. as I'm knocking everything off. We put that piece back on. And I know it looks nicer with the dark gray plate, but this was the only available one I saw real quick. Anyway, we put those pieces on there like that. Then we had our two barriers that we made. We put one here right in line with that one. And we come to this side and we put the other one right in line with that one. Actually, I want that forward one. Like that. Hope that looks good. And these will both open and close, just making sure. Then we had our two street poles that we made. That one goes in this space. The other one goes in this space in front of that one, the opposite direction facing. And now we have our security camera tower. We come over here and we count in 1, 2, 3. Place that right on the edge. And then the one thing I forgot to mention is we were supposed to build two more of these like we did up on the front here. And that's because I put one stud, go 1, 2, 1 up front like that on that side. And I put one on that side of the security camera. And there you have my security checkpoint. I hope you guys enjoyed this build. I hope you'd like to see more of these. I will be doing more. My next builds are probably going to be some furniture ideas or something. And then I'll probably be doing a city update. My intention is for my next video to be a live, well, my next live feed anyway, is to be on most likely Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern time. Again, in my next video, I will announce that for a fact. But currently I am planning on Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Again, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed the build. I had a few people that have recommended it or requested it, so I thought I'd do it real quick for you guys. As always, thank you for coming to Bevan's Bricks. I really appreciate all my subscribers. I hope to see you guys come around more often. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share before, and we'll see you next time on Bevan's Bricks.